this time for the 14th to the 18th of October, and we're going through the Gospel of Luke at the moment, looking at the subject of walking with the promise of God. And this week it's really been all about a question of our heart attitude. Our heart attitude when it comes to how do we handle our enemies. Our heart attitude when it comes to dealing with people who we perceive have issues, have problems. How do we in fact have a heart attitude towards giving? And the keys to these things really lies in that kingdom principle that God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, that he shall also reap. And therefore, the concept that our enemy obviously is coming to us with hate in some degree or other, our response is not hate in return, but we break that cycle of destruction that hate is. And we are encouraged by Jesus to love. When we see the people who we would regard as no better than they ought to be, there could be a leader who has fallen in some way, has got into sin, and it's very quick. People around are judging the situation. And we're told, well, we're not to judge, we're not to condemn. We're to look at such people as compassion. And when it comes to giving, Jesus made the point that you will receive back according to what you have given. In other words, our own personal generosity is in God's economy, is the generosity that will be used back to us. And do we give to get? And people get all fussed up about this in the argument. No, look, the return on our giving is actually a response to our generosity. It's part of God's economy, and it's the way He's organised things. We don't give to get, it comes just as a natural part of our giving. And so this is it, simply put. This week we've been looking at the condition of our heart. And I, for one, am heartily glad that my shortcomings, where I fall short of the standards that Jesus encourages us to follow, are not met with condemnation from Him, but are met with understanding, compassion, yes, discipline, but also forgiveness. That as I go and say, I'm sorry, Lord, I've really failed over this, I've goofed up over that, that as I go to Him, if you like, in humility, then He comes to me in gentleness and says, fine, okay. Oh yes, no, there's no lightweight answer. You remember He said to the woman taken in adultery, neither do I condemn you, go and sin no more. It wasn't a carte blanche for her to continue in her lifestyle, but it was a restoration to a point where she could break off from that habit and advance in a new way into her life, strengthened and forgiven and restored by God. Every little thing we do, publicly and privately, the Lord is aware of and responds to. And it's all part of the rhythm of life. And it's just like breathing in and out. We do it without thinking, and yet the consequences of breathing in and breathing out is that we carry on walking down the road and don't fall down in a heap. And all of the things that we do in life, the way we respond to others and react to them, the compassion or not that we have for other people, the generosity or not that we demonstrate, also has a similar series of consequences. And if we do well by following Jesus' commandments. Those consequences are good consequences, and if we do badly, they're not. For whatever a man sows, that he shall also reap. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'm off to do a training day, so that'll be good. Up early in the morning, and I'm off to wherever it is, and we should be joining with people there keen to know more about puppetry. So I'm looking forward to that. Have a great weekend, and I look forward to being with you next week. Oh yes, I've forgotten. If you've been to a training day, talking about training days, the next step really is to go to the European Puppet Ministry Festival, which is going to be held this year in Rugby. So if you've not booked already, there's still time, and there are still some places left. So you be sure to contact the office of One Way UK, and you can just go onto their website, and you'll see that at the end of this video, and make sure that you get in, because there you'll have many different workshops to choose from, taking you on to specific skills that you can acquire to improve and enhance the effectiveness of your puppetry. Plus, of course, a huge array of resources, far greater than you'll ever see at a single training day. So do go online to onewayuk.com and have a look at all the information that's there about the European Puppet Ministry Festival in Rugby, which is coming up very soon indeed, so don't delay, but check out their website now. God bless you, see you next week.